but we can get into WrestleMania reaction there. Epic WrestleMania, of course. The showcase matches, we can start there, of course, like the Street Profits and all that. It was a spot match or whatever the case may be, but it's like that I had no expectations for that match. That match was awesome and entertaining and fun. Getting Braun Strowman running around the ring and then D'Angelo Dawkins knocking him out. Ricochet's crazy flips, like it was a high impact, fun match. I think we all enjoyed it, as well as the women's showcase match. Is not as great as the men's showcase match. I thought it was pretty solid. Besides Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey basically winning that match and Ronda really not doing anything.
Terrible.
Just like again, WrestleMania, like everything was hitting. Of course, Damage Control versus Trish, Becky, and Lita. I think we all agree that Lita and Trish don't need to be as active in the ring anymore. We can agree with that. What did you guys think about?
Mm-hmm. No, I was just gonna say, that's still the one match I have yet to see. That 6-woman tag, because like I said, because I was driving home from work while it was still on, and so I get to watch that match at all. So, for based on what everyone's been saying,
fast forward whenever. Whatever Peacock's fast forward is on. Yeah. Love all the women involved in that match.
And I'm sorry that match was probably
a little comic book theme that they had for their entrance. I thought that was cool, but I didn't actually see the match.
Can I say that about WrestleMania? For lack of booking and stuff that we complained about, the hype packages that they put together were awesome. We had no idea where they were going with stuff, but I'm like the Oscar Bianca Belair. We haven't gotten anything between those two really. But somehow WrestleMania comes and they're able to put together this hype package. They're able to get enough to make it look like it's an epic match. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Like if you haven't watched any of this and then you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. For the people who don't watch Raw or SmackDown, but just get WrestleMania because it's WrestleMania. So you have to do that. You have to kind of make up the story for those people.
Maybe that's what we'll do now. We won't watch anything for like the last 5 months and just wait for the packages at WrestleMania. We'll catch up on everything. Wow, they did that. He jumped off this. He betrayed him.
They jumped off this.
That was the first thing I thought of. I'm like, yo, despite all the lack of buildup for a lot of these things, these hype packages, they're the best in the video at that. They're the best in the business at that shit, man. Like how do they do it? Of course, we had Dominic and Rey Mysterio go at it. Rey Mysterio with Dominic's entrance. As soon as I heard the sirens, I was laughing. I was like, "You got to be kidding me, man!"
Yeah, I was just like,
"You got to be kidding me."
Entrance, man.
I did like that. He had the Halloween Havoc mask, though.
Oh,
yeah, that was dope. That was dope. Like,
Ray had the best entrance at WrestleMania. No, honestly, I think
yeah.
With Snoop and the tribute to Eddie.
Like that was a dope entrance, and just coming in with Snoop. Yep, all of that was coming in. Like, kudos to him on that as well. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Seth Rollins gets more crazier with his elaborate gear, and I'm like, how is he wasting that much money?
I don't think he's buying any of that.
No, he's making that back.
Buying any of that.
He's making that back.
Like I saw a clip. Yeah, true. I saw a clip behind the scenes, like he was about to go out and Becky saw his jacket and she was like, "I'm jealous." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "That's crazy," but no, that was an entertaining match with KSI coming out with Logan Paul, getting put through the table as they did. The timing on that was epic. Like Logan Paul again, despite whatever we want to think about his right hand, even though I think it's a great right hand, probably the best right hand in the business.
Shut up.
Oh my God.
Him
legitimized it, Lewis.
That match was awesome.
Better than the Roman Superman.
Paul Heyman legitimized it, so it happened.
Just saying, hey, it's up there with Big Show, It's up there with William Regal with the brass knucks. It's up there with the Superman punch.
God.
It's in that conversation of punches.
Oh God.
It's in that conversation of punches. But yeah, just
Omos's punches look more real than that. Why don't you give Omos a super punch? Give Omos a super punch, like bow. Give him something.
And then you believe it. And then you believe
it.
No.
Yes. Like they kept showing his hands and how big they are. You tell me you can't use them?
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't even do a chop. Like that's my issue. Like he doesn't do anything with his hands, like a chop or anything like to the chest.
Trying to pop like people's brains.
He doesn't
like,
do that.
Do the brain squeeze. Like, come on.
Hey, the great Khali did it.
Like they're not using any of the giant tropes. Yo, Daniel, you're like this. You know what I think about Omos? Yo, Omos is the Sean Bradley of WWE at this point. That just came to my mind.
He just gets dunked on.
The Sean Bradley of WWE.
He just gets dunked on like repeatedly. Gets like, that's terrible. That's terrible. We got probably the match of night one. Well, you could argue there's two matches for night one that were awesome. You have the emotional story of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos. Also I thought the match of the night was Charlotte versus Rhea for the SmackDown Women's title. That match was epic. Like I could not talk about that match enough. Like Charlotte Flair, like as much as people hate her in that ring, like I said it in the group chat. I'm like, she's the GOAT. She's the GOAT, man. Like I can't she can hang with anybody.
Yeah.
She can hang with anybody. And Rhea Ripley can hang is right there. That was just an epic match. All the back and forth they went through and how they finished the match. Like I thought that was awesome with Charlotte basically hitting her head on the turnbuckle and then Rhea Ripley with the riptide from the second rope. Like all of that. Like that whole match was just epic and everybody was ready. It didn't matter. We all knew Rhea Ripley was walking out, but it's like that was
should have made her tap.
An awesome match. Like I love that match.
Tap. I would have loved it.
Nah, man. They're not gonna.
But you forgetting your most important match.
Cloverleaf?
The reverse. Whatever the hell it is. Yeah, the reverse Cloverleaf. But you're forgetting your most important match. Your boy Theory.
Or against Cena, the opener.
It was that forgettable. Because it was that forgettable.
I mean,
the biting of John Cena.
Out of here.
Yeah, it was what it was. It
did what it was supposed to do. Establish the new star.
Didn't establish
the new franchise of the wrestling world.
No, it did not.
Hey,
beat him clean.
Vince is back.
If he beat him clean, and back. I know you're gonna say if he's a heel, he's gonna use the tactics. Blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. No, you establish the guy by at least beating one person clean. Who has he beat clean? Nobody.
Yes, yeah.
Hold on.
Nobody.
Vince McMahon is back. Vince McMahon is back. Austin Theory's getting a title shot.
You're probably right. You are very right.
Okay. By the way,
he's gonna beat it.
Austin Theory, Matt Riddle. They losing their first names again, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys weren't thinking about that, were you?
Dewdrop's coming back.
Yeah, exactly. All those terrible character names.
When you sell your company for $9.3 billion,
Max Dupree.
Jesus.
Oh my God! I didn't even notice that.
Shorty G is coming back too.
Oh no!
Yeah,
that's disgusting.
Oh my God! It's crazy how all these changes happen and people coming back with Triple H and you got to know these people are like, am I really just about to change everything that I just rebuilt for a second time?
Less than 24 hours.
Karrion Kross gets his fucking helmet back.
Oh my God. Like, I would lose my mind. Like, can you imagine if you were at your job and then somebody just came in and was like, nope, we're doing this. After you done put so much work in, like, I can't imagine how that feels. He did get a bonus. He did get $5 million from the sale.
Get paid. And Nick Khan got a little something.
He got paid. So, I mean.
Yeah,
how is Nick Khan getting paid more than Triple H?
He's the president.
How is Nick Khan getting paid that much? This is crazy.
He's gonna get more than Triple H.
If I'm Triple H, I don't understand that. If I'm Triple H, I gotta have a serious conversation with Vince. Like, yo, what's the deal? What's the deal?
Yeah.
What's the deal, man? Like, your regular son don't want it. He dipped. He didn't want to deal with this shit anymore. I'm still here with my wife who left because you came back.
Exactly.
Why can't you just give me this? Let me run this. Let me take over. Like, Nick Khan is not even family.
Like, it's just like ride till I die.
Pissed. Like, the whole fam don't want to fuck with you business wise no more. Like, isn't that a signal? Like, come on, man. Your son just tore his.
Again, when you sell your company for $9.3 million, you don't care. You don't care what anybody says. You don't care
and
what
if you
anybody
think about
says,
it,
man. That's just disgusting.
Vince is cut from the same cloth as like Ric Flair and all this. They're not going to give it up. They're just not. It's in their blood. It's ingrained. And mind you, he doesn't even wrestle. He doesn't even wrestle. He's just like, I got to book for as long as I can. I can't be home. What's home? I haven't been there in
That's funny
40
because
years.
He did say getting in the ring was not going to happen again. Vince did say that. Yeah, that's the one positive. That's the one positive. I mean, he did fight Pat McAfee last year.
Did he?
He did fight Pat McAfee.
Yeah, he did. He
did at WrestleMania.
Yeah, he did. Remember Theory faced Pat McAfee, and then Vince had that impromptu match and beat Pat McAfee. Then went on to take the worst Stone Cold Stunner he's ever taken, even worse than the one he took from years ago.
Oh my God!
How you get double down?
Like, this dude
Night two started
all the way forward.
My God.
It's just disgusting, man. It's just disgusting.
It's like, man, it's over, man.
Night two, we had Brock Lesnar and Omos. Probably the best Omos has looked. And then he lost.
But he lost.
Like, Omos was really putting...
No, make that clear. But he lost. make that clear. No, we need to make this clear. But he lost.
Again.
This needs to be
he beat Elias. He beat Elias on Raw. He's back in the win column. He's back.
Now he has to beat Ezekiel too.
His brother. Oh yes. Oh God.
You beat up my brother.
Beardless
beat up my brother. Now I'm gonna. And probably one of the biggest. Oh, we skipped over Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and the Usos. My mom hasn't watched wrestling. My mom hasn't watched wrestling in like decades, like a decade at least. I went over to her house and put that on, and my mom was in the match like it was back in the day. That's how good that match was. Like, my mom was watching it. Like, what? I was like, "Yo, my mom's into this. Like, come on! Like, how great is this story?"
My cousin saying,
"My mom has never seen Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn. She knows the Usos because they're like in the Samoan family with Rikishi and all them. She knows that. She can tell by the tattoos and the Rock and stuff like that. She does not know anyone in that match." And she wanted Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to win. I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. They're like,
greatest story in pro wrestling today. Prime example.
Yeah.
Mother doesn't even watch the program, but as soon as she saw the match, the story's so damn good.
My mom wanted him to win.
That she's
and
into
like just the heart and all that.
There you go.
Everything that they showed in that match. The Usos were awesome. Like, the Usos are heels. and they work so good. Like that's the thing about the Bloodline. They're heels. We're not supposed to cheer for them, but we like what they're doing. Like Sami Zayn kicking out the 1D, like Michael Cole's reaction, all of that stuff into the match. Those guys, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, look like they're dead. I think they said there were 26 super kicks the Usos gave in that match.
That's the only thing I didn't like. It was just they over.
Yeah, they really did overdo with the super kicks
a little bit.
It's a little too much.
A little too much.
But it was a great match, and even like you saying, like your mom started watching, my cousin saying, he was like, "Bro, you watch WrestleMania?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Dude, I feel like a kid again. Like this just fire." And when he obviously, he doesn't even know who the Usos are. I was like, "Yo, those are Rikishis." And he's like, "Stop lying." I'm like, "Yes, bro." I'm like, he's like, "Yo," and he watched.
Lewis, go question. Did he watch Raw?
I don't think so. He wasn't disappointed.
Did you see the aftermath?
That feeling like a kid. Oh, I would have disappeared quickly. Yeah, watch Raw.
It went away rather quickly. But matches to end night one, like those two matches, like Rhea and Charlotte, like probably one of the best women's matches all time. Like I can only think of probably was it Bayley and Sasha at NXT Brooklyn? Like that type of match, like that, like that match was crazy. But to close out night one, getting a good feel. And one of the biggest matches on night two, the Intercontinental title match. I've never seen anything like that hard hitting like that. I was like, I've seen Gunther, I've seen Walter in NXT UK, and he had some bangers with that. But to have that type of element with like guys his size, Drew McIntyre and Sheamus just killing each other, like I couldn't believe it like that. Like as a
I was really rooting
match,
for Sheamus though. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I want a Gunther to win. So just to see that type of matchup like that, and those guys beating the hell out of each other, like everything looked like it hurt. Like every single thing.
I just think Sheamus needs his flowers because I feel like Sheamus doesn't get a lot of credit. And mind you, this man has had like multiple title reigns, and to him, like still be like going at this level, still getting the hype, and everybody's like, "Yo, is he really about to get the title?" I thought that was great.
No, the exchange between Sheamus and Drew at the very end when they were trading finishes and such, that was just amazing. It was as advertised. It was hard hitting.
Again, when you're not even supposed to be the main event,
I'm not taking that. I'm not taking.
I would do it if money was on the line. If money was on the line, of course, but just willingly, hells no. If somebody said, "Hey, we give you $1 million to take a chop," hell yeah, go ahead, man.
I'll do it for 20. Go ahead,
but willingly, nah, I ain't doing it.
just to say I took it.
What's that price?
That's a 20.
Like,
$20.
Nah, like they willingly do that shit. Like,
yeah.
Sheamus is red every time. like dog. Yeah. Like, he just got the ice packs on him like after the match. Like, yo. Like that. Like, I don't know how they do that. Like, but that match was entertaining and the way it finished and all that, and all those guys in like intertwining and stuff like that. They're obviously pushing Gunther to the moon here with that win. Like I love it. The Hell in a Cell match between Edge and Finn Balor. Fucking crazy. Finn Balor getting gashed.
That shit was crazy.
Damn, bro.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, until I seen the photo, I'm like,
Jesus. His hands wasn't up fast enough, man.
Yeah, that thing was just like
Triple H.
I was like, oh.
And it's funny during the match.
Triple H was saying the paint.
Yeah, you saw him during the match. Like he had like mad like blood and shit on his neck, and I'm like, oh, is that the paint or is that? No, I think that's actually blood. I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo,
like
it was serious.
Like Finn Balor, Triple H said that like the paint was covering the blood. I'm like, so it was a lot worse than what it was. That's the crazy part about it. But again, I thought Finn should have got the win there. He did not edge one over, but the way that match was and how intense it was, that's crazy. Like, and to see something like that, and then to see the aftermath of the gash down in the middle of his head, that's crazy. That was crazy.
And apparently, the match was supposed to be actually a lot longer because I noticed that, like, based upon the pacing of it, they kind of like went to the finish kind of fast. And I'm thinking like, he really must be messed up if they're going. Like, the Jericho seemed like he did it kind of quick.
And then to see that aftermath, like,
and so, like, I ain't never seen putting like little platforms for guys to jump off inside the cell.
Oh yeah, that.
I was like, where'd that thing come from?
No comment.
Okay, so clearly this is they made that for him, but it's like, okay.
It's like no comment. No comment. Bianca Belair goes over Asuka in an awesome match. Not better than Rhea and Charlotte, but I thought it was a good, solid match. Of course, I wanted Asuka to win. That didn't happen. Bianca Belair basically doing a 3-peat.
Hold up, Daniel. Tell us how you really feel about that. No, go ahead. Tell us how you really feel about that match and that decision. No.
I'm trying to be professional.
We're supposed to be venting, right? This is a therapy session, right? No, tell us exactly how you really feel about the result of that match, please.
I'll say this. I was pissed because, of course, I'm an Asuka fan. I wanted Asuka to fucking win because I feel like she deserves it. She's 0-5 at WrestleMania, which is bullshit. This is the best wrestler from the Far East. The best wrestler that you have, the import that came in, dominated NXT, hasn't won at WrestleMania. That's fucking shameful, first of all. I felt like that should have been an easy way to just catapult a heel turn. There should have been a heel turn. Fully heel, catapulting that. Asuka wasn't on Raw, by the way. I just want to point that out as well. Like, it's just wrong. Then I get all the fallout of what they're trying to do and create legacies and create all this stuff. Bianca Belair, she's going to have her moment. She's going to have her run. But I felt like that should have been something where Asuka got her just due. And then you can set up a different type of chase for Bianca Belair. She's actually chasing like somebody that is credible, right? Like that's what we've always talked about all these weeks.
Yeah,
that Asuka is going to be that one that's going to be on her level and be able to hang and be able to do all that stuff. The miss she missed, that was what I was pissed about. Something that you've been teasing all week, and then you for basically for the past couple of weeks, and then she didn't get it. That's what pissed me off. If Bianca found a way to win through that or something like that, I can be like, okay. But the fact that she missed it, that pissed me off. But Bianca, I'm not too mad at winning because of the setup they did afterwards with Rhea Ripley on Raw. I was okay with that because I'm like, okay, if they do something there down the line or whatever the case may be, they're planting the seeds for that. Okay, I'm fine with that. But Asuka should have won that. There should have been a different direction. I felt like they should have went. But it was a great match. Bianca won. Like I'm not gonna get too pissed off about it because, of course, you know I have like a different type of mindset for Asuka and her type of what she could do and what she could be, especially as a heel at this point in time that they didn't go into. They didn't go into it. I was pissed about that. But
see, the only thing, I felt like. I don't know. I think because like Bianca had like the intro, the girls and all that stuff, I'm like, they're not gonna have her lose. But I think what pissed me off about the Monday,
I was against that because they had John Cena. They had John Cena lose in front of the Make-A-Wish kids, which I did not think was going to happen.
That makes sense too.
You did.
That makes sense too.
I started to get that way too.
I was like, how did I do that? They're like the Make-A-Wish kids.
Fuck you.
No, but
that was a good
intro. Was dope. The intro was dope.
Yeah. No, but what I was gonna say,
girl, they said. No, go ahead.
The thing that I didn't like is just again, now who's gonna face Bianca? And the only reason I didn't like the whole Rhea Bianca because they've already teased it. They already had Rhea looking at Bianca, and now they're both champs. I'm like. I feel like they could have did that on SmackDown.
That's another thing too. I felt that the thing about that is that if you wanted to do that and Bianca didn't have the title, completely understand it.
Exactly.
Completely understand the way they're going at each other, but they both have titles. They're not going to face each other.
Exactly. So it's like, I don't know. This like Raw draft. I mean, WWE draft needs to happen soon because there's just there's nobody for Bianca. There's literally you already had Asuka lose. Bailey's lost too many fucking times. Who's left? What are you gonna have fucking Dana Brooke come out and be like
Becky
me?
Lynch.
Like
Becky Lynch.
We don't need that.
She's
again.
the tag titles.
Becky Lynch is going to get titles.
That feud's been done to death now. We don't need to see that. We don't need to see another 10-second match. Like,
oh no, we're getting it. We're getting it. If you thought John Cena and Randy Orton were bad, we're getting it again, man. We're getting it. Whether you like it or not, we're getting it. You're not going to get Charlotte versus Bianca. Why do you want that matchup? Why do you want that?
But you know what? You know what I would like? Let's say if they did Becky Bianca, it would honestly for me would be entertaining. Just flip-flop the title back and forth. Becky wins it. Bianca wins it. Becky, when you're like, you don't never know who's actually gonna like retain because they're like actually back and forth like that. I feel that would be the only way to like keep it entertaining. But if you have somebody literally like Bailey continuously
they did that with Sasha and Charlotte, and people weren't too keen about it. Yeah, they did the same thing with Sasha and Charlotte.
I liked it.
I thought it was annoying because it was just like I thought I made Sasha look weaker because it's like okay, she wins, but she can't defend. But she can't defend.
She had it for like a week
or like a month. They microwaved it. They microwaved it because it was like in the span of like a month.
Exactly.
It's like you wasted all those epic matches because all of those matches were epic. They were fighting in the stands and going at each other, really going at each other, like. And then they just ruined it. And it's like if you guys would have spread that out over the summer, spread it out over a couple of months, it would have been more impactful. But because we live in this microwave generation with Vince, and he can only keep attention for 2 seconds, all that shit happened. It was like, yo, you lost the luster of that. And then don't get me started with Sasha Banks because like every big match she was losing for the longest time. But
exactly, like
like what? Like how credible is your champion if they lose all the time? No, they finally gave her that one. They finally gave her that one.
I feel like that was a decent reign.
But she still lost.
Like, and then...
She wasn't.
No, that was a decent reign. That was her reign. Yeah,
and then she dropped it to
Mm-hmm.
Bianca.
Historic.
She dropped it to Bianca at WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, yeah. Historic match though.
Yeah. That's when she dropped it. Yeah. Yeah. And then that's when everything went down the hill because we know how they feel about women's wrestling.
Yep.
The last match of the night, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, and they did it, ladies and gentlemen. They Lex expressed.
Lex expressed the shit out of
him. They
Lex
expressed him.
Lex Luger him.
But hey, at least Lex Luger had the title.
I was like, oh
yeah, because Hulk Hogan had left. He didn't.
No. Lex Luger did not win the
WWE. It was Yokozuna.
When he fought Yokozuna, he won the match by DQ, but motherfuckers celebrated it like he won the title.
I remember that.
It's so confusing looking back on it now because it's just like, yo,
what the fuck are you
celebrating? Yo, he won, but he didn't win the title. Acting like this man just saved America or some shit.
Like we used to have that on VHS, and whenever I watched that one, I was like, he didn't win.
He won, but he didn't win.
He didn't win the title.
He won, but he didn't win the title.
He won the dusty finish. They gave him the dusty finish.
Yeah.
But of course, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes in an epic match. A great match where they threw everything at Cody Rhodes, and I'm like, he's gonna overcome. He's gonna win it. Like they're not doing all this. He's gotten through Sokola. He's gotten through Roman. He's gotten through the Usos. He's gonna win. And then all of a sudden, like a thief in the night, Solo Sokola in that damn thumb. Wham! Wham! I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And the first time when I saw Roman hit the ropes, I'm like, okay, he's not gonna he's gonna kick out again. When I saw him go for it twice, I was like, oh shit.
Extra speed.
This is why I've always told fans, yo, guys, when the referee throws somebody out, that don't mean shit. That guy is gonna find his way back into the match somehow. so don't think that he's gone. He will be back in the finish. So I remember I told a fan that when I was at the Raw in Providence.
Like I thought Cody Rhodes was winning. The match was epic. Everything was building up. They were going at each other. Of course, Roman was the heel, being the big dog, pouncing on Cody. And I'm like, Cody Rhodes is gonna win it. And they're building up everything right. He's gonna win. And then he brought his family.
That don't mean nothing. Look at Zack Ryder. Look at Zack Ryder.
He brought Brody Lee's son. He gave him the weight belt. I'm like, oh, he's definitely winning. He's not losing here. And just to see it like that, I'm like, I was like, the match was epic, so I was like, okay, it was a valiant loss. Mm-hmm. But it's like he should have won it. He should have won it. He should have won it.
See, this
is the thing to have Roman Reigns. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, you sacrificed like the perfect ending to a movie for a fucking record. Now we've watched wrestling long enough with some of these stories where it's just like it makes too much sense for the challenger to actually win the title in that moment. And we shouldn't be focused on the record. We shouldn't be focused on like continuing down the track of a whatever specific story that they're going through right now. It's like based upon the organic feel, you gotta go with the challenger. And based on the way that the story was told, and like Daniel said during the entrance and such, Cody Rhodes should have came out on top. And I don't know how going into WrestleMania week, because apparently the report is that apparently they knew weeks before that Roman was going to win this match. And I'm trying to figure out how the hell they came to that decision because of a fucking record. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing.
And could you imagine he loses it at like Backlash and he doesn't even get the record?
Why did you waste it?
999 days.
It is Vince. You never know.
You're shy.
It's like
Roman,
Roman,
1,000.
We need you to job this one.
What?
I can't imagine. Like I said it. I said Cody had to go. If he was going to lose, he had to go out in a blaze of glory. He did. He got everything that they threw at him. He went out that way. And I'm just like, they did it. And I was fine with the match. And I'm like, the match was awesome. WrestleMania was awesome. But to not get that ending, I was just like, yeah.
Maybe
they had it right there. Sometimes
maybe Roman wanted a redemption from when Seth cashed in on him. And he had that.
He's like, wait.
Like, all right.
He's like, I got to get my Mania back. I lost one on the 5th.
Basically.
So do you guys think that besides the for the obvious reason of the record, that they went in this direction because like I said weeks ago, that because Cody was injured for all of those months and he's only been back for like 2 months, and they kind of want to like actually tell the redemption story of coming back to WWE from AEW and ultimately winning the World Championship. And because he was hurt, they didn't really get to tell that story. So now they want to tell that story, so that they couldn't put it on him.
He was going to win the title at SummerSlam.
Was he though?
We don't know. We actually don't know at this point. No.
He had Cody Rhodes was brought back for one reason. Cody Rhodes was brought back for one reason. to beat Roman Reigns. That's it. That's the storyline he was set up before. When he came, those 3 matches, Hell in a Cell was what, June? And then he tore his pec. So it's like Hell in a Cell. Yeah, Hell in a Cell was in June. They had July Money in the Bank. And then they had SummerSlam. It made no. Who else was he going to fight? Brock Lesnar? Like, no, that was not going to be that original story. John Cena? Like, oh, man. Nah, he was supposed to win, man. Like, I don't know, man. I just feel terrible about that because it's like I felt like he should have won. It would have been the perfect story. I think we said all about that, but